Hello, so many people are interested by using MIDI, and I have a MIDI controller, this one. So let's have fun by trying to reproduce it in Tooll. So I need a cube mesh, draw mesh, that's the render target. Let's spin the render target. So the LPD8 is flat. That's the camera. And it's long. Like this. I won't take the exact measurement, because if I would do this, I would use Blender instead, or any other 3D software. I just want to have fun. So here is our body. So now there are 8 pads. 8. So let's duplicate this, and we can use, we need a group, we need fun ways to do things. So this draw mesh is identical to this one. So let's reset the size, make it like this. We don't need this high. We can move the center a bit. Okay. Let's give it another color. So we need 8 pads. So for this I will use grid points, 4 on X, 1 on Y, and 2 on Z. And I will use repeat mesh at points. And now we have 8 pads, but they are a bit far away from each other. Let's try size mode to cells. Interesting. Maybe this is too small. Okay. Yeah. So what's happening if I scale them? If I scale this down, let's scale it down like this, and reduce. No. Okay. So that was not the best approach. We are getting somewhere. Oops. What do we need? 8 knobs and other buttons. So let's continue. So let's add 8 knobs. So for this we will use cylinder. Same approach. activate this. A new draw mesh. Maybe it's better to have this one at the top. So it's draw. We move our points here. Adjust the radius. They are too close from each other. Can I change this? Ah, yes. A bit like this. Yeah. So the cylinders are too high. Let's give them another color. Oh, that's nice. Maybe it's not the best way to build this thing than to interact with it with MIDI, but we will see. So, our cylinder mesh, we can move them up. Get them down. Whatever. We can, it's better if we have some radius offset like this. And I could also add this thing. So let's add this, add it. Or maybe, yeah, no. Let's add a quad mesh, a cube mesh. Another repeat mesh at points. Input mesh, we use the same points. A new draw mesh. Shh. That's a lot of mesh. Sorry. Let's scale it down. Scale them on the Z-axis, okay. Change the center. A bit like this and move them. It's a bit too large, okay, like this. So let's make the base a bit dark. Yeah. So now we have our MIDI controller. And I didn't put a label on it, but who cares? So now let's try to have fun with MIDI as well. How can we do that? So let's try the pads first. So we can put an annotation with Ctrl Shift A. this. We can't duplicate annotations? Okay, never mind. Knobs. So how could we eliminate the pads according to the MIDI input? So let's add a MIDI input. MIDI input. Let's control everything. So let's color them. I will add a RGB A to color. Set A to 1. Plug it to color. We are all white now. Green to 0. Plug this here. And now it's not happy because it needs to be told. So now when I hit, I have to hit to be very to hit my MIDI controller in a strong way. Was it so one fun thing, because I don't want to smash my MIDI controller every time I need to test it, I will use a trigger anim. I think, and put the result to the red, and now we will see. Nice. So every time I hit the MIDI controller, it takes a bit of time so I can change the duration. Let's say and maybe we don't need this shape, so there are some other shapes. So kick. Nice. But we are controlling every buttons at the same time. So how can we combine everything? Sorry. Okay, so let's try a different approach. We also have draw mesh at points. So let's use our points here, the mesh here, and replace, oops. Now they're all blue. Okay. Why are they blue? Because of this color here. So since I can control the color of the points to get the color on draw mesh at point, I don't need this repeat mesh at point. I will try to control the color of each point according to the MIDI controller, to the MIDI note. So how can I do that? Let me think. Okay, so there's an interesting operator called define gradient, where we have different colors here. So I can use this RGBA to color one. Okay. And then I will use a filter point. I need 4 of them, because here I only have 4 colors. And I can use a second filter point. I need 4 as well, but I will start here. So I get the other 4 pads. So I can combine them, combine buffers. So I get all my points back. So I will need more space. Okay, so there's an interesting operator, like every operator, they're all interesting, they're all powerful, and it's called spread point attributes. So I'll place it here, and with this spread point attribute, there's a gradient input, and now you can see I have my first pad working. It's a bit of a mess here. Okay, my first pad is working. So let's define the second pad. I'll use .1 here, .2 here, .3 here. And we need this to duplicate this 4 times. And we will connect them to the different input, color input. Okay. But now we are all reacting to the same button. It's because I need to teach again. So I turn on this teach trigger. Try the second. I'm a bit disappointed. Let's try this next one. Okay. And the last one. Okay. So maybe there's an issue with the position. Let's try another interpolation if it's working. Interpolation is not working, so I disconnect it here. Wow. So this one should be red. So let's try the position until we get a red button. Let's look for, oh, so yeah, we need to divide 1 by 4. Nice. So let's duplicate this one. Spread gradient, place it between the second filter point and combine. Let's duplicate all these. Use them on the gradient input of our spread point attribute. Those names. Teach the midi node again. Teach. Okay. It's quite fun, no? Nice. Maybe we want yellow. Let's plug the green as well. Okay, one yellow line, one red line. So I want purple on the second line. Or pinkish. Nice. So our pad area got a lot bigger. Shift A. Oops, no. Pads. It's time for the knobs. How are we dealing with knobs? I think we will do the same. Grid point, filter point, combine buffer, 7. It's nice because those filter points are already configured, set, so we can okay, and the cube mesh as well. But now I don't want to just change their color. I want to change their rotation. So for this, I will use spread points. No, this one we already used it, so we'll use linear sample point attribute. Oh. And we need, let's just add a linear gradient. Make it a square. Maybe 512 it's too much. And we want to use, let's use the brightness for rotate on Y. And then 180. Okay. So let's try render target to get the full color. And if we change the color here, so we are spinning in the wrong direction. So I need minus 180. Okay, and here we are making more than 180, so it's like 270. Let's say like this, 45. Nice, perfect. But we didn't we didn't separate each knobs, but at least we get the animation range. Let's duplicate this one, place it here. And now, how do we deal with multiple MIDI inputs? Let's try with the same technique. So let's grab all these and duplicate them. So we can define a gradient, and we have also gradient to texture. And we will use the gradient to texture here. We need a white, or we can use a red, or let's stick with red. So here I will use red instead for Y, minus 270, 45. Let's stitch. Oops. Okay, we don't need an anim trigger. I don't need the anim trigger for this case. So now, yeah. Okay, I need to teach the others MIDI input. This is strange. I think I will need to tweak the define gradient. Yeah. pity that okay, so the first one is fine. Let's tweak the second one. Okay, perfect. So this one is, and this one is 1. Yeah. Cool. I didn't expect, I was not expecting it to be so easy. Okay, so we just need to teach. What? Oh, I know why. I know the problem. It is because here we are using brightness. We need to use red. Minus 45. I can play with many inputs at the same time. Nice. Let's do some cleanup. Oops. Okay. We have a working MIDI controller. Could we have some little dots, coloring dots around this? Would be nice. 34 minutes of recording, that's not bad. I want to play. Yeah, I want to add more stuff. Maybe just the little dots around the knobs would be fun. So let's control little dots around the knobs. So radial, points. Draw mesh at points. Cylinder mesh again. This will be a bit tricky. Spread layout. I'm not sure. Oh, we don't need that many points. We can change the axis of the radial points. Change the size. Oh, we need to change the axis of the point. So this is an interesting topic. Let's visualize the point. If I replace this, we can see this. And see the cylinder are following the circle. It seems to follow the Y direction, which is a green, this green little, this green axis. So here in radial point, we see orientation axis. This is X, Y, Z. So X is the red, Y is the green, and blue is the Z axis. So let's spin on the X axis. We will spin around this axis by 90 degrees. See now the Y is pointing up. And we can check. Yeah. But this is not over. If we check our reference, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What? 10? I don't like 10. But it's fine. 10. And we're not making a full circle. So it's not a full cycle, but select this. Need to change the start angle. This is fine. We can also reduce the radius. reduce W. They're still very big. And we can use this grid point to repeat our radial points. So repeat at G points. Let's see. Oh, I got lucky. Now I can change the center here, like this. Isn't it beautiful? I said that I got lucky because I never remember in which order I need to plug the points into repeat at G points, so it's like a USB. You don't know target and points. Anyway. But how can we control the luminosity of those dots with the MIDI controller? Because it's fine to have this, but it's also better if we can change the luminosity of those. Okay, so we need to create a render target because I will use linear sample. Like this. Plug the render target here. And no, it's not a good idea. So maybe, sorry. Spread points attribute. What is happening here? Okay. Oh, but I need a gradient here. What if I change the gradient here? Oh no, look at this. That doesn't look right. Oh, see, okay, it's fine. We're spinning in the opposite direction. Okay, so I need to take this. What if I flip it? Nope. Cycle minus not bad. Like this. This is not the best approach. Okay, I have a crazy idea. So I will use sample point color attribute. Like this. But sample color attribute is working like this, so I will use my render target here, create a layer 2D, feed both, let's make the render target a square, reduce the size of the layer 2D. Maybe I will make it fit 8, no, fit height, stretch, so 1, 1, now I get this. And if I use it here on the sample point color attribute, I can pin this one. You see that when I move my... First of all, we are not covering the things well, so we need to turn on the gizmo. You see that the gizmo of the sample point color attribute is not well oriented, so let's texture rotate by 90 degrees, maybe minus 90, and place it over the dot. Scale it up. But anyway, it's wrong. Because this is not the behavior I am looking for. So since we have 10 points per circle, we have a serious amount of points. So I will need a line points 8, so 80. I will use them here. Keep them like they were. And I will blend them. So let's first test it. draw points, pin the draw points, make the line bigger. Okay. Adapt the texture. I think it's too perfect. Now when I move this one, I have this. So let's continue. My crazy idea is to blend the point and hopefully have a blend value of 1. So let's check if I do like this. Oh, it's totally what we don't want. Okay, so we don't need the spread points attribute. But it's not working as expected. Maybe if we invert them? Nope. Where are the points? We can see something. Let's check. Oh, those draw points? Yeah. Okay. No luck. No luck at all. Why aren't they catching the color? So let's find out. Let's check the HLSL file. L'herbe color A vers color B should be fine. Ah, it's color color A vers color B. A to B. But what about the position? Still no luck with the colors. Bad. Okay, I know what I will do. I will create a new blend point. So right click, combine, duplicate as new type. I will put it under my username. User.nmk custom. Yeah, custom draw, it's okay. Blend point custom. Duplicate. Okay, so now I have my custom. Go inside. I need to take this HLSL file, copy. I will go to my resources. I'll paste it here. Rename it custom. Select it, open it. So now it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same. But for some reason, okay, we keep the pairing adjust. Maybe I don't have enough 10, 10, 10, 40, 80. Line point 80. Okay. 88. Okay. It's fine. So we'll go into the HLSL file, edit it, and the color. I want the color from A. Result point. Let's do like this. Copy this line. Comment the old one. Like this. Save. Go back to Tooll. And now, if I'm lucky, yeah, look at this. This is how you use Tooll. You bend it to do what you want. Okay, so I don't need this one anymore. Draw my shot point. I want to see my nice. So now we need to split this render target in 8 parts. So I need quad mesh, because I don't think I can, there's no center for the layer 2D. So let's try quad mesh, draw mesh inlet. Scale stretch 1 divided by 8. And the center is this value divided by 2. So now if nope, it's not behaving like I expected. Okay, let's reset everything. Right now it's stretching like this, but I want it to stretch only in one direction. Let's try with the center .5. Okay, this is good. So the maximum stretch will be .125. And if I move the center, will it work? Yeah, it's still working. So -2. No. Let's spin the render target. So -1. -1. So we need the first knob. We need a remap. Let's remap this to .125. This goes here. Control click. And this goes to X. Let's check. Okay, I'm not so good at math. So if it's not multiply by 2. Nice. Perfect. Now we just need to duplicate this. We can put them into combined meshes. Nope. But we are still drawing them at the same position. Plus dot 25. Plus dot 5. Plus dot 75. Nice. Let's continue. We still have 4 knobs to go. But it's easy because just need to duplicate all those. All these. Nope. Okay. And everything is working. That's a big patch. Okay, it's time to do some cleanup. If it's not connected, we don't need it. Not connected, we don't need it. Finally, I don't use this one. Everything is working. It's not very sexy, but it's functional. Maybe this green is a bit too green. Let's make them gray. And these we can make them green. Or yellow. Of course, if you want different color for each, you can just, instead of combine mesh, use one throw mesh and knit for each quad mesh. So let's say I want the last one red. Throw mesh and knit. Execute. Disconnect this one. Let's make it red. So I have one red. Let's make it green. Pretty good. Can we put a label on it? We should be able to put the same texture on each pattern. So let's load the texture. Load image. Select the T3 logo. Raise our cube mesh, draw mesh at points. Add a set material. Can simply plug it here. Let's put it on the base color map. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not such a fan. Add a linear gradient. Choose a preset. Change the blending to screen. And everything is dark. Since we are giving a color, this linear gradient idea is not such a good idea. Okay. Let's just make it a bit darker. But the sides, you see here, it's not beautiful. So we can use cube mesh, UV, mesh project UV. Let's check. So we need to rotate the mesh project UV. not 100% sure. Should be 90 degrees. Why? So maybe draw mesh at point don't like mesh project UV. But it's not so... Okay, so let's try with draw mesh only. And if I pin this draw mesh only, let's try, yeah, I need a set material. Use my material on the base color map. And it draws nothing because I didn't pin the set material. And it's broken. We see something moving. I want a cube mesh. Okay. Mesh project UVs. Okay. So on a cube it's working, but not on a flat cube. Like this it's working. Perfect. So I need to transform the cube after. Like this. Okay, so let's replace it here. See what it gives. Nice. Bye bye. We don't need this too. It would be fun also if the pads would move when I push them. Even if I don't really move on my on the real thing. But to give it more visual appeal. How can I move them? Yeah, this is a challenge. This is another challenge. Okay, I'm too tired to add movement to the pad. So I just add a glow for the final touch, because glow, we love glow. This base is too bright. those knobs are too bright as well. And maybe they could be a bit more shiny. Set material, bit of metalness. These cubes are too white. Those pads are too bright as well. Now I need to connect something to make music as well. I need a sampler, an MPC or something like this. So now I want to display some text while turning a knob. How can I do that? I need some sprite, text sprites. Draw sprites, draw point sprites. So while I'm recording this, I know that there's a little bug with this. So if I pin it, we see nothing. So the workaround for now is to use combined buffers. Plug it here, still see nothing, and plug here, plug it, and now we see it. But if I edit the text, video coming soon. I never know if we need 1 or 2 M. Okay, so I just learned that this has been fixed. So if you watch this video, don't use the combined buffer workaround. It should work without this. So how can I animate this with text sprite? I will use the second text combined buffer for the so I can edit the text like this. But what I want is to animate the points with linear sample point attribute. Then I need a texture. Or maybe I can use the values. Yeah, we'll use this. I'll throw a quad mesh. The vector 2D. Stretch. I need a render target. No, draw mesh init. Render target. Is it here? There's no gizmo for this. This needs a height. We use the brightness for W. One, -1. Once again, center .5. So pivot .5. This is not the best approach. Linear gradient. Let's use this value. And plug it to the offset. Straight into here. Reverse the gradient. Make it a square. I don't need this size. Reverse the gradient again. Change the width. I need a remap. -1. Okay. Let's reverse the gradient again. Use the remap. Reverse the remap. Video coming soon. What is happening if I do like this? Yeah. This is nice. I can play also with the, since we are using white, we have also red and all the colors. Let's rotate on Z, red factor, minus 180. Oh, nice. Change the line height. Change the scale. Yeah, it's a teaser session. So now I have this. What am I not using? I'm not using this. And I think I can use it as an overlay. So we use a render target and blend it. Like this. Pin this one. Need a transparent background. So the video is coming soon. You are at the end of the video, but I'm teasing for it now. I wonder if I can combine all this stuff. No, bad idea. I will simply duplicate all this and use the next value. Group. I got disturbed. So this text will be making, oh no, I will keep video coming soon. And use this one as making Okay. Okay, so the full setup is over. I will pack it inside the symbol. So I add a layer 2D, select everything except the layer 2D, right click, symbol definition, combine into new type, user, MK, where can I put it? VJ, yeah, it's totally a VJ thing. LPD8, okay. It should work without having to go inside because it's directly connected to MIDI from the inside. Nice. Thank you for watching. And you can say thanks as well in the comments. Or you can tell me how shitty it was as well. Bye bye.